Welcome to Shiksharthi, and today's our topic is progressions and series. So let me start with progressions. There will be three types of progressions which we need to learn. The first among them is arithmetic progression. In short, we call it as AP. Second one is geometric progression. In short, we call it as JP. And the third one is harmonic progression. In short, we call it as HP. So what are the things we need to know about these three types of series? So here, let me start with arithmetic first. So what is AP series and when I should call it as an AP series? Example, you take 1, 4, 7, 10, 13. Now tell me what can be the next term in this. So I can see a clear difference of 3 every time, or in simple I can say to get the next term it is always increasing by 3. So there is a common difference between the first term to second, second to third, third to fourth, and so on, it goes like that. So the next term would be definitely here 16 followed by 19, 22, and so on, it goes like that. So you can see there is a plus 3 happening over here to get the next term, plus 3 every time. So these type of series which have a common value of increase or a common value of decrease for every new term, it is known as arithmetic. It's called as arithmetic progression. So every time it is increasing by 3. Similarly, there can be a series where you can have a decrease also. For an example, 16, 12, 8, 4, 0, minus 4, minus 8, and so on. So here you see it is decreasing by common value which is a 4. So what is an arithmetic progression? To understand, an arithmetic series is the series which have a common increase or a common decrease is known as arithmetic progression, and the value by which it is increasing or decreasing we call it as common difference. So here the common difference between the consecutive terms is known as D. So we represent that with D. And some other points which we need to remember, friends, every time I'll call the first term as A. The first term is referred to A. Whether it is this series or the other series, the first value is called A. And what is happening here? The D value is how much? 3 for the first series. So by increasing 3, I'm getting the second number. So that means this have to be A plus D kind of a number. 1 plus 3, 4. And again, to get the next term, again an increase of D. To get the next term, again an increase of D. And to get the next term, again an increase of D. And this process continue to happen. So this is called an arithmetic progression. You can see A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, A plus 4D, and so on. So the value of D can be positive or negative. So this series which I wrote here is called as general series of an arithmetic progression. So this series we call it as an arithmetic progression. There is always a common kya. So you can see to get the next term, every time the value of D, either it is increasing or decreasing by a constant value. So such series we call it as arithmetic progression. And if it is like A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, A plus 4D, and so on, then it is said to be an arithmetic progression. So what is the general series here is A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and so on. So as we discussed it earlier, this is your term number 1. Let us give the numbers to the terms. Term number 1, term number 2, term number 3, term number 4, and it goes on. And now by the observation I can see when the term number is 4, the value before D or the D is getting multiplied by 3. When the term number is 3, it is getting multiplied by 2. When the term number is 2, it is getting multiplied by 1. So I can make a guess what can be T10 in that case. The T10 here would be definitely A plus 9D is what I get here. the 10th term will be a plus 9d is what I get. And similarly, I can tell you what is Tn will be. Tn will be a plus n minus 1 into d is the Tn. Tn in the sense, if I want to know any nth term, that means any general term which I don't know the term number, then I can always use that Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So this is how this general term we can use it. Okay. So there are few points which we learned. Quickly let us see what are the few points which we learned. The first term T1 is referred as a. This is called first. Second, in this point we got to know what is d. What is d? If you observe here, I can say d value as T2 minus T1 or T3 minus T2 or T4 minus T3 and so on. So making a reference of that, d is T2 minus T1 or it could be T3 minus T2. So in other words, I can also say like this, whenever I see difference between T2 minus T1 and T3 minus T2 are same, then we can call it as an arithmetic progression. Now taking a reference here, this is the first point here, second point here, third point here. If I say A, B, C are in arithmetic progression, then friends, it should be definitely B minus A must be equal to C minus B. Taking a reference of the second point, your second term minus first term and third term minus second term should have a same value of difference. And from here, if I send this B to the other side, it is 2B is equals to A plus C is what I get. Now, whenever three terms are given and said it is said to be in arithmetic progression, like here, A, B, C, all three of them are in arithmetic progression, then definitely this condition should satisfy. A 2b is equal to a plus c condition should always satisfy. Whenever, or in other words, versa wise, we can also say whenever three numbers satisfy 2b is equal to a plus c condition, the numbers are taken in arithmetic progression or can be said in arithmetic progression. Okay. Now point number 4, friends, general term. General term, as we discussed what is general term here in the previous slide, you can see this is said to be a general term, nth term, which we generally call it as. So if I don't know the term number, then Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d is said to be a general term. That means if I place the n value as 11, I can find 11th term. If I place the n value as 15, I can find the 15th term. And any number, any term I can always find out here with the help of this. Fifth one, friends, we have here and now we can see what is a general series here. So general series is, these are the important points to note down here. This is A as first term, second term will be A plus D, third term will be A plus 2D, fourth term is A plus 3D, so on up to this. And then 10th term, you can call it as A plus 9D. We can say A plus 9D is the 10th term. And the so on general term is A plus n minus 1 into D is the general term. So this we can call it as general series. And these are the points which we need to remember while doing arithmetic progression. So very first term is called as A, common difference. And this is a condition to know whether the given three numbers are in arithmetic progression or not, then general term and general series. So you can make a note of these points while doing arithmetic progression. Now here I'll take some examples so that we can make use of this kind of points which we have made a use. I'll take the same example, friends, 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16 and so on. We all know this is term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4, term 5, term 6 and so on. And if I suppose wish to know what is 11th term in this case, try to understand how to use the concepts. I want to know the 11th term of the series. I know up to 6th term. I can continue to write plus 3, plus 3, plus 3 like that. But still I wish to know what is the 11th term in this case. So to find 11th term, what is 11th term? A plus 10D is called as 11th term. We all know that. And from the series, I can clearly understand A is equal to 1, D is equal to 3 and N is equals to 11 over here. So I applied and I got this. So this is going to be 1 plus 10 into 3, and we know this is 30 plus 1, 31 is the 11th term. Similarly, quickly, if I wish to know what is 25th term here, so it should be A plus 25 minus 1 into D, which is directly can be taken as 24D. After practice, we can directly take this. 25 means this have to be 24. 11 means we got 10. Similarly, we can take up this. Okay. So here, what is A? We got 1 plus 24 into 3, which is 72 plus 1. 73 is supposed to be the 25th term. So this concept, this formula which I am saying, term, general term formula, can be used to find any particular term we can use this concept here. Okay. Now what are the other concepts we have here? Sum to n terms. Sum to n terms is another concept. What is sum to n terms? Here if I wish to add some number of terms, for example 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10 plus 13 plus 16 and so on up to. As we know, this is first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term, sixth term. I want to add up to first 6 terms. Remember, first 6 terms. You cannot add directly the middle numbers. Like 7 to 16 I cannot add here. We have a method where we can discuss that later. Right now, sum to n terms means it is like first n natural numbers sum. Terms, n terms sum. Okay. So like if I say Sn as the value of Sn as S4, for example. If I take Sn as S4, that means first 4 natural numbers. So first 4 terms it will add. It will add 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10, that is called S4. So what is S1, for example? It is just term 1. What is S2? It is sum of first 2 terms. What is S3 here? What is S3 here is term 1 plus term 2 plus term 3 is called S3, and so on, it goes like that and so on. So here if I take it as so on, what will be Sn is nothing but term 1, term 2, term 3, so on up to nth term. So in short, this can be called as Sn is equal to summation of terms. So if I apply summation to the terms, then it is said to be sum to n terms. Please understand, this is called sum to n terms. And with the reference of the points which we have discussed here, I can also say S3 as, this can be called as S2, you can see S2 plus T3. So I can also say T3 is S3 minus S2, T3 as S3 minus S2. Or else I'll take general Tn as Sn minus Sn minus 1 also we can say here. Sn minus Sn minus 1 also we can say here. Now how to find out? This is what we Sn called as, or Sn is known to be, and what is Tn in case if I know Sn, how to find Tn value if I know Sn. We can use all these concepts while doing examples, we'll get a lot of ideas. So let us now proceed to another point here. What is the formula to find Sn in this case? The formula to find Sn is n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d is called Sn. I repeat, here Sn is equals to n by 2. I just take one small correction over here. N by 2, 2 into a plus n minus 1 into d is the formula for Sn. There is another formula. See, when I can use this Sn formula, when I know what is the value of n, when I know the first term a, and when I know the common difference of the series. So if I see the previous example, here in this series we have a value as 1, d value as 3, and suppose I want to add up to 10 terms. That means n value I keep it as 10. So this will add first 10 terms here. S10 is equals to 10 by 2. Here next is 2 into a, that is 2 into a is 1, plus n minus 1, that is 9 into d is 3 we have. Okay, so this is 27 plus 2, 29, and this gets cancelled by 5. So we have 5 into 29 is something we have here in this case. 5 into 29 is what we have here. Five into 29, and we all know 5 into 29 is how much here? This is going to be 145 as the value here in this case. Okay, all of you? So this is how we can use this. So what I did here, I added first 10 terms of the given series. Now what are the important observations we have learned here? 1. Sn means sum of first n terms of the series. Like S3 means sum of first 3 terms. S4 means sum of first 4 terms of the series. And relation between Tn and Sn we can get from here. So we can see differently, like Sn minus Sn minus 1 will give you a Tn value. For example, here it's very easy to understand, friends. If I wish to know what is my 4th term, then S4 minus S3 is what I need to do. Now look at this series. Let us take up the same series here. 1, 5, 12 and 22. S4 is 22 minus, here if you add the first 3 terms 1, 5 and 7, that is 12. If I subtract 12 here, I am going to get 10. So sum of first 4 numbers minus sum of first 3 numbers will give you the term, like 4th term or 5th term or any other term. Sometimes in the questions he'll give you Sn value and he'll ask you to find the Tn value of that particular series. So such questions we can easily handle by using this concept here. Now further moving on to next introduction part of AP, we can have one more formula here. Sn is equals to n by 2 a plus l is another formula. Here a is said to be the first term and L is said to be the last term of the series. First term and last term of the series. For example, if I know 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10 plus 13 plus 16 plus 19. You tell me how many terms we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll take one more, 22, 8 terms are there. So I want to add S8. First 8 terms of the series. So look at the formula here, 8 by 2. In this first term is 1 and the last term is 22 and this gets cancelled by 4. You can say 4 into 23, which is 92, is the first sum n terms. So you can understand, my friends, this way we can find, but this has a drawback you can observe. What is the drawback of this formula? We should know the first and the last term of the series, then only we can use this formula. You can observe the formula what I wrote here. I should know the first term, I should know the last term of the series, and how many terms are there in the series also I need to know it. Then I can use this. Now I'll show you how do I get this formula first. Let's see how do we get this formula. You all know the formula for average, how to find average formula. Or what is the method to find average? It is sum of the numbers upon number of numbers. Sum of the numbers upon number of numbers is the formula to find average. In short, average is equal to sum by number is what I can say, right? Average is equal to sum by number. So if I cross multiply, friends, average into number is equal to what? Sum, correct? And suppose in this we have a point here, how to find an average of the numbers if they are in arithmetic progression. It will be first term plus last term by 2 into n is the sum. If you don't have an idea about this, my friend, a plus l by 2, how to find an average if the numbers are given in arithmetic progression, I'll take a small example, friends. For example, take the same series. Now try to know if I have 1 plus 4 plus 7 by 3, if I find the average of this. What I get, this is 8 plus 4, 12. 12 upon 3 is how much? 4. So exactly the middle number is the average, correct? So average, or the other way to find the average, if you see, first term plus last term by 2 also can give me the answer. That is the same thing I can also find it by 1 plus 7 by 2 also give me an average. Similarly, quickly one more example. If I take first 5 terms, my friend, 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10 plus 3, what is the total? 1 plus 4, 7, 12, 22 and the other one is 35. 35 is the sum of first 5 numbers divided by 5 gives me a 7, which is the exactly middle number. So if the numbers are in arithmetic progression, exactly the middle one will be the average, or first term plus last term by 2 also can give you the same answer. For example, 1 plus 13 is 14, 14 by 2 is 7. So that's a method. So what I did here, in place of average, I put a general statement, first term plus last term by 2 into n, which is there, is sum. And the same thing we can see this as a formula. So this is first term plus last term by 2 into n is the formula. Okay. So next, my friends, in arithmetic, let me finish with arithmetic today. And this will be, suppose if I have, or if it is given to take 3 terms in AP. If he is asking us to take 3 terms in AP, the choice should be A minus D, A plus D. Take these 3 as 3 terms. Why we have to take only these terms? Like we discussed it earlier that the first term should be always A, but here we are saying you should start with A minus D. The reason behind this is, if I add these 3 terms, minus D and plus D gets cancelled. I'll get directly the value of A. For example, if I said sum of these 3 terms is something like 12, then minus D plus D cancel, 3A is equal to 12 and get the value of A very easily. So this idea is to get the value of A first. Similarly, 4 terms he said, 4 terms in AP he said, then it should be A minus 2D, A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D and A plus 3D have to be the first 4 terms. If it is said 5 terms, my friend, 5 terms in AP, then it should be A minus 2D, A minus D, A plus 2D, and A plus D. This is A plus D, A plus D, and finally A plus 2D is what I need to take it. The idea behind them is all same. Minus 2D plus 2D cancel, minus D plus D cancel, I'll get the value of A anytime. Now finally, arithmetic mean of 2 numbers. Suppose he's asking us to find arithmetic mean of 2 numbers, then it should be A plus B by 2 is the arithmetic mean of 2 numbers. Arithmetic mean of 3 numbers, for example, A, B, C is given, then A plus B plus C by 3 will be the arithmetic mean of 3 numbers. And similarly, if I have to find arithmetic mean of x1, x2, x3, so on up to xn, then it should be x1 plus x2 plus x3, so on up to xn upon n terms we have. This is the formula to find arithmetic mean of n number of terms. So today in this video, we have discussed the basics on arithmetic progression. In our next video, we'll discuss what is geometric progression and what is harmonic progression, and the common properties between arithmetic, geometric and harmonic progression. Till then, please practice these basics.